Hello friends, welcome to another video. Today I'm excited to dive into an immensely popular book which is considered as a masterpiece of its genre, Dune. I was recently watching the trailer of Dune and I thought before the movie comes out, let's read the book. So I picked it up and I read Dune and Dune Messiah together because I felt that the protagonist's story is completed towards the end of second book and it felt in a way a more complete one, so I read both of them together. And here is me telling you all the good and bad aspects of the book, so you can decide for yourself whether you should pick it up or not. If you're new here, please subscribe to the channel. Please consider liking the video if you find it helpful and share it with your friends. So let's unveil the pages right after the intro. Dune was written by Frank Herbert and published in 1965 and has sold millions of copies since. The world of Dune takes place in a far-flung future where humanity rules the stars in a giant feudal empire where there is a political struggle between the feudal families, all competing for control and power. Humans have conquered the planets without any machines because making of any machine with likeness to human mind were forbidden following an ancient war called as the Butlerian Jihad. As a result, humans were forced to evolve in many ways, becoming biological computers also known as mentats, psychics, prescient beings of varying degrees from space pilots and the main character Paul Atreides as well. All these capabilities are highly dependent on the valuable resource of planet Arrakis called as spice, and therefore the control of Arrakis is highly dangerous. The story follows Paul Atreides, heir to a noble family tasked with the ruling of inhospitable world of Arrakis, and a betrayal forces him into an interesting journey of survival and reclaim. Dune is certainly a cornerstone of sci-fi literature, having massive influence on evolution of the genre and has made its way into many adaptations, with the most recent one being the Dune movie which came out in 2021. As I liked reading Dune quite a lot, let's first go over the good aspects. The genius of Frank Herbert's writing is most pronounced in the way he explored the themes surrounding ecology, religion, theology, politics, human emotions, and technology, and weaved them all together into the tapestry of desert planet Dune, Arrakis. I found the ideas explored in this book extremely thought provoking and they resonate well even today. Herbert weaved ecological themes into the narrative seamlessly, creating a world which not only served as a backdrop but is as much as a character in itself as much as the characters interacting with its vast dunes. The way in which the scarcity of water is written, you start to feel thirsty, and I highly recommend keeping a bottle of water together with you while you're reading this book. In a very subtle way, Herbert also talks about the fine ecosystem balance which is there and how overexploitation may destroy it. In the exploration of theological and political themes in this book, Herbert's clear inspiration from Islamic and Arabian cultures is evident. One of the most striking exploration of this comes in the form of messianic prophecy, wherein Paul is prophesied to be the Lisan al-Gaib or the Quasat Haderach, which is prophesied to save the world, and how he grapples with the burden of this prophecy and the cost of being the chosen one. Paul often struggles with the potential of violence that comes with leading a jihad. And this is a reflection of the political intrigue existent in many Middle Eastern countries. The exploration is not a superficial one. It has depth, it is highly nuanced because Herbert blended the chosen one trope with blurring lines of ideals, and he asked profound questions surrounding the cost of being the chosen one as well. Another influence can be clearly seen in the depiction of the crucial resource known as a spice or melange, and how it grants immense power and wealth to the person or the nation who is controlling them. You're not able to relate to this? Okay. Imagine petroleum as resource and the Middle Eastern countries as Arrakis or the desert planet. Can you make the reference now? So you see there was a clear inspiration from Islamic and Arabian cultures. So as I said, the exploration of different themes surrounding theology and ecology were masterfully done in this book and I quite liked it. The second most amazing aspect about Dune is the grandeur of world building. Herbert didn't just sketch planets, he sculpted their world in great detail, creating complete ecosystem, different cultures and their unique histories. Detailed writing style while creating the world makes you taste the spice, feel the thirst, feel the tension developing around, and you can hear the creaks as well. So while reading the book, you are completely transported to that world you're reading. And this world building isn't just window dressing, it drives the plot itself. The main character, the decision he makes is influenced by his raising and upbringing on his home planet Caladan, how he was taught by the people of the planet Arrakis Fremen, and further decision is completely seen influenced by all of those factors combined together. With such a great detail and masterful writing, it is hard not to get immersed into the world of sandworms, of Fremen, of spice, and the whole planet of Dune. The third amazing aspect of this book is its beautiful prose. The lines are so iconic that they remain with you years after you have read the book. Some of the lines that I read and noted them separately in my diary, I would like to read them out to you. I must not fear. Fear is the mind killer. Fear is little death that brings total obliteration. On the exploration of religion and theology and its influence on politics, Frank Herbert wrote, when religion and politics travel in the same cart, the riders believe nothing can stand in their way. Their movements become headlong, faster and faster and faster. They put aside all thoughts of obstacles and forget that the precipice does not show itself to a man in a blind rush until it's too late. Another one, it is impossible to live in past, difficult to live in the present, and a waste to live in the future. See, I can go on and on and on about the beautiful prose of this book, but let's come back to the review. It goes without saying, it has some beautiful iconic line that will stay with you definitely. Now let's discuss few of the underwhelming aspects of this book which I thought could have been better. The first underwhelming aspect of this book is that it has too much inner dialogue going on the pages, and you will find it frustrating because you will feel that I have understood the point, I've understood the frame of mind, and the writer can move on, but Herbert hands them to you anyway. And what happens is this adds to the length of the book. It does slow down the book and the pacing becomes inconsistent, and this is one area where Herbert could have done a little better. Another underwhelming aspect of this book series is the plot. It becomes a little predictable given the overarching themes surrounding the theology and the chosen one trope. Also, the excerpts at the beginning of each chapter serve kind of like a spoiler in itself. I don't know why it was done. If it makes any sense to you at all, this book is more about ideas and its exploration rather than the plot and the storytelling itself. Okay, maybe I'm nitpicking here now, but I was expecting few more action-packed scenes given this book is an intergalactic space opera. No, don't get me wrong. The ones that are there in this book are top-notch, but I certainly would have enjoyed reading it more if there were few more action-packed scenes in this book series. So what's the final verdict? I enjoyed reading Dune quite a lot. I also see that you might be overwhelmed with the dense prose and the writing style of Herbert, but if you persevere, I certainly recommend you treating yourself with this amazing sci-fi book. If you found the video helpful, consider giving it a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you're new here and share the video with your friends. Until next time, happy reading.